everyone, Tel here, and I want you to join me as we discover the different opinions and ideologies of people on an ethical dilemma that I personally chose. The ethical dilemma that I chose is employment disruption and artificial intelligence. Think of this scenario. The evolution of AI technologies have significantly increased its application in automating tasks performed by humans. The common examples are self-checkout cashiers in supermarkets, advanced customer service like chatbots and virtual assistants, medical diagnostics, content creation, and autonomous vehicles, or also known as self-driving cars. With the application of these, many workers in different fields like manufacturing, transportation, and administrative support are threatened that automating these tasks will result in job loss and economic disruption on a global scale. Meanwhile, AI just offers the potential to drive efficiency and innovation. Let me dive into the two sides of the coin. So, on the first side, we have here the support for AI adoption and employment disruption. What it offers are the following: economic growth and innovation, human advancement, reduced labor intensive work, new emerging jobs and industries, and the possibility of improving the quality of life. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the opposition to AI induced job displacement: human dignity and purpose, inequality and job polarization, unfair burden on vulnerable workers, loss of jobs with social value, and corporate responsibility. So, with the people I asked, I showed them or asked them these ethical questions that they need to consider before taking on a side. So, these are the five questions that I asked them. Alongside with that, after they answered, I analyzed their thoughts and ideas, and I applied the ethical tradition that is more likely or applicable to their answers. So we have here the virtue ethics, the ontological fairness ethics, moral relativity, and utilitarianism. And with that, let's hear their sides.
Hindi ako 100% nagsusupport sa AI. Like for example gagawing system na yung sa driving, hindi naman natin pwedeng ipagkatiwala sa AI yung buhay natin, di ba? Lalong-lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Masyadong risky siya.
Support for AI adoption and employment disruption. Why? Because first, for the economic growth and innovation, of course, it's better din naman to have or to level on the advancement. And the next one is human advancement. Of course, hindi din naman sila hindi magkakaroon ng AI because of the human. So, source nung i-input natin sa AI is because of the human brain or kung ano man yung ginawa ni human, yun yung magiging output ni robot. And second, the third is, syempre mas less work na rin sa atin. So, kumbaga, yung before tayo nag-work or yung workload sa atin now is for the AI, which is parang tayo na lang yung nag-i-input sa kanila. Tayo na lang yung tayo na lang yung nag-uutos sa kanila kung ano yung mga ginagawa natin.
Ang side ko sa opposition nung ay ni system na siya yung mag-iisip na para sa inyo. As an employee, pinakita namin na ito ang mga flows nung system na yan. So, mas kaya namin. So, opposition.
For me, against ako sa AI dito sa Philippines. Naniniwala ako sa skills ng mga kababayan natin. Lalo na yung sa mga hindi nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral. May mga opportunities pa at saka may mga skills pa sila na dapat i-develop. Oo, may may factor din na okay yung AI kasi mas mapadali yung work natin. Pero parang nagiging nababawasan yung responsibilities ng isang employee or parang nagiging tamad na yung employees kasi parang nagde-depend na may may AI naman, kaya naman yan ni AI. Yung matalino naman si AI, parang hindi na mag-e-effort yung employee na ipakita yung best niya as an employee.
I think I support, but at the same time may opposition din siyang side. Gusto ko kasi balance. Tama naman na mapapadali lahat yung work kapag may AI, lalo pag sa business, business side na siya. Pero when it comes sa brainstorming and then sa mga sa mga project development or something, doon ako sa human. Equal ang tingin ko, AI and human. Kasi hindi naman mapapatakbo yung AI nang walang human. And at the same time, tutulungan din naman ng AI mapadali yung trabaho ng human.
I go for AI adoption and employment disruption. Kasi inevitable naman yung yung AI. So nandiyan na yan. Ang need lang ay kailangan lang mag-adapt. Kasi one, kailangan ng tao mag-advance. Kasi ang tao, kailangan niya mag-learn throughout ng buhay niya. Ngayon, kung stagnant ka, parang walang purpose mo, di ba? Parang walang purpose eh. Now, sa trabaho kasi, need ng kumpanya ng mas malaking sales. Mas malaking sales means mas malaking volume ng product. Mas malaking volume ng product means mas malaking productivity. And AI supports yung higher productivity. Nasa kumpanya na lang yun kung paano niya i-manage yung gap na between dun sa AI adoption and yung sa mga taong maapektuhan.
Support for AI adaptation and employment disruption. Ano siya? Kumbaga, pinag-isipan ko kasi siya. Kumbaga, kung titingnan natin way back nung nagagawa pa lang tayo ng apoy gamit ang bato hanggang sa naging yung sasakyan ay ginawang may gulong hanggang sa ngayon, change is constant. Kumbaga, so what we can really do is to adapt. Kasi kung hindi tayo mag-a-adapt, tayo may iwan. Kasi wala naman tayo talagang magagawa kung magkakaroon ng changes, lalo na dyan sa mga AI. Sa part ng work ko, nung tinanong ko, anong gagawin, after natin i-innovate yung process, anong mangyayari dun sa taong nagpa-process? Minamatch nila kung ano yung mga maraming overtime na process. So, yung na-process yung na-automate na process, yung taong nagpa-process doon, ililipat kung saan maraming overtime na work. So, ang nangyari, hindi nawalan ng trabaho si price owner, nalipat lang siya ng trabaho, which is, para sa akin maganda kasi natuto rin siya. Hindi siya nawalan ng trabaho, natuto pa siya.
Right now, dito muna ako sa opposition to AI-induced job displacement. Kasi, ngayon, hindi talaga tayo ready to support yung AI. Kahit sasabihin ko na, totoo naman na hindi naman pwede tayong magstay na lang dito. Kailangan mag-progress din tayo sumabay din tayo sa changes.
Kaya po ako 50-50 kasi yung technology, makakatulong po siya sa atin. Like, sabihin natin, before po kasi, di ba nung nasa previous company ako, every month, yung mga support department na sinusupport ko, nagsisend sila sa akin ng Kaizen or yung mga na-improve nila within their departments. Dati, yung sin-support lang po, yung support department, yung minomonitor ko. Siyempre, office lang. More on yung nagiging Kaizen nila, cost-benefit. Dati, sa paper, nakakagastos sila ng bundle na paper dahil sa mga printed. Ngayon, ang ginawa nila, through Excel na lang, doon na lang sila nagre-record, yung mga monitoring, doon na lang kalagay. Tapos yung mga signature, e-signature na lang, ganyan. So, okay din po yun kasi nakakatulong tayo sa kalikasan. Nababawasan yung mga papers na ginagamit. Isa po yun. Ang mahirap kapag masyado ng AI lahat, let's say, Tesla cars. Siyempre, kapag nag-manufacturing ka ng kotse, hindi naman po yan galing sa kumbaga, natural resources eh. Gagamit ka ng mga bakal na ganyan, yung mga bagay na hindi madaling matunaw, ganyan. So, isa yun sa nakaka-apekto ng environment, let's say. Napagaan nga yung buhay ng tao, pero may mga technology na nagsasuffer yung environment natin.
Totally against it, nor fully support it, but mas maganda siguro kung pagsabayin yung dalawa. There are some part of the job that would require an AI adoption for efficiency, and most probably the other would be part of being done by a human. For example, if a certain police officer, we can use AI in such a way that we are going to search for a certain criminal by using face recognition and such. But then again, we also have to think of human rights, as you have said a while ago. A robot doesn't have any empathy. So if a certain person commit a crime and it's tantamount to arrest or kill, that robot would automatically do such thing. Whereas if there's a human part of it, the empathy or pakikisimpatya dun sa tao, for example, na mahirap naman pala talaga siya, or the social injustices just forces that certain person to commit a crime. I mean, we can give some leeway for that person.
Hindi ako pabor sa AI. Gusto ko, pa rin, human pa rin. Meron lang adaptability yung AI. Pero mas gusto ko, mas mataas ang percentage na magtatrabaho pa rin is human. Kasi ang AI, sabi nga, artificial. Pag sinabing artificial, hindi permanent. Ang tao is permanent. Diba? And we are created as human, not as robot. Ibig sabihin, why are we going to depend on robot? Why in fact God created us as human? Pag yun ang mangyayari, dito nyo, pag job displacement, hindi mo outright mabibigyan ng trabaho yung inalis mo. Diba? They will, magiging chaos yan sa buong mundo. It will create chaos. It will create poverty. Once there is poverty, there will be chaos. Isipin mo, di ba? Anong production? Hindi na magpuproduce ng agriculture. Di ba? O bakit ka pa magpuproduce ng agriculture eh? Robot na pakakainin mo, langis na lang. Ang tao, huwag mo nang pakainin. Ganun ang mangyayari. Kumbaga sa ang target ng AI, sa akin gusto nila annihilation eh. Ano mangyayari pag wala nagutom ang tao? Di ba? We the human being are emotional. So wala nang emosyon. Program silang kill those criminals. Lahat yung patay, wala nang due process. So ibig sabihin, don't challenge the intelligence of the creator. Pero sa akin, entirely eradicate these things. Hayaan mong mag-isip ang tao.
The thing is, I'm not pro or against AI. I think AI is inevitable. Just like any major historical event, the impact of AI, it will depend on how our civilization will act on it. It should be very well regulated. Means we should create a impenetrable line how AI will work on our daily lives. For example, should we allow AI to create arts? Should we allow AI to create something that human does every day? For me, that's where we should draw a line. We should really study every angle how we were going to incorporate AI in our civilizations. Generate new jobs. For example, before we don't have any cloud engineers. Before we don't have any internet-related jobs. IT-related jobs, but now we do have because of the new civilization of computers. And I also believe that it will also happen in AI age. But it's our responsibility also to create a sphere for AI, so it will not dehumanize us.
With all of those that you have heard, their opinions and their thoughts, and which side are they, here's a quick summary. AI promotes innovation and advancement that we need to do more or achieve more as the humans. AI utilization should have a strong regulation and boundary. There should be a fine line or a sphere where they can exist, and we humans govern that, and we have a regulation or laws that would support the use of AI. Then we also have a balance and adaptability. So it is important that there is a balance when we use AI in our daily lives. And as humans, we need to learn how to adapt, which we have been doing since the beginning, right? And we also have corporations who should reskill and repurpose their workers. So it's very important that you do not set aside these workers, or worse, let them go just because their jobs are becoming obsolete in a sense. And then lastly, human emotions, expressions, and thinking should not be substituted. We are still human, and we have our own, we are unique in our own different ways. And we created AI, so we should not let it take over us. And it can still exist as long as it supports us and helps us to become better in our lives and the quality of our life entirely. So with that, Thank you for being with me, and I hope you learn a lot. Thank you. Bye bye.